Kia ora everyone, Donnalouise here and thanks for popping by. Recently I did a video about Yaz puzzles, which are a division of Magnolia. And at the same time I got this puzzle. Delfy is a division of Jacquarou puzzles. Both of them were gifted to me by Lance from PuzzlesNZ, so thank you so much, Lance. He tries really hard to bring to New Zealand brands that are very difficult for us to get, and that helps me try to diversify the brands that I showcase on the channel. So thank you so much to Lance. I'll leave details to PuzzlesNZ in the description below. If you're local to New Zealand, go check them out. So, I made a post showing both the Yaz puzzle and this Delfy puzzle. And on that post, I got a lot of comments that both Yaz and Delfy use AI-generated art. Well, if you haven't watched that Yaz video, I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Check that out. Now we're going to do a deep dive into Delfy, a division of Jacquarou puzzles. First, it was wrapped in cellophane and plastic, so I'd like to see that eventually go away and just use sticky tabs. This is the puzzle. Now, one thing I will say, when it came to picking puzzles, I had to choose from what PuzzlesNZ had available. I really did enjoy the image, the boombox from Yaz. But I will admit this image is not really my style. It wouldn't be something that I would go out and have to purchase. It was more to try the brand. So this image, it's nice, and I'm sure some people would absolutely love it, but it's not my typical style. And if you've watched a lot of my videos, you would probably know that already. So the first thing I did was I reached out to Jacquarou and I said, hello, my name is Donnalouise, and I have a Delfy puzzle. Do you use AI, yes or no? And they sent me to their website where they have a detailed information page about the images that they use on their puzzles. So I figured during the time lapse when I'm building this jigsaw puzzle, I'll share that information with you. But for now, let's just have a look at the box and the contents. First of all, I think it's a good size box for a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. The image is nice and bright, covers the full box. Of course, some areas are covered, but for this image, I don't think it takes away too much information if you want to use the box to puzzle. It just has on the side here 1,000 pieces, dimensions, typical 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle, 70 by 50 centimeters. And it says copyright Delfy art. Okay, just remember that. On the back, it does showcase a lot of their other puzzles, and it does actually say jacquaroupuzzles.com at the bottom here. So I do like the finish on the box. The box is quite nice and sturdy. Let's just put that aside there. First of all, you know, I love a resealable bag, so that is a win in my book. Love a resealable bag. I'm just going to put the pieces in the bottom of the box here. I'm not going to film this time lapse at this table. I'm going to go back to my perfect top-down view, and I'm going to try to adjust the lighting so it's not too dark or bright, and see, I'm slowly getting there with my new setup. Now, just looking at these pieces, they feel nice and sturdy, a good thickness. It looks like there's a good variety of piece cuts. We have like a 1-prong, 3-prong castle, 2-prong adjacent, no prong. It looks like a good variety of pieces and piece cuts. The prongs look very similar, so I'll let you know about that. But overall, like, the image looks bright, the colors look nice. Yeah, it looks like it has a slight sheen. Oh, what was the word? It's not gloss, it's not matte, it's in between. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I forget the term. You guys taught me the term to use. It's not glossy, it's not matte, it's totally out of my mind. That's what I feel. There's just a slight little sheen to it, but I don't think it'll be that difficult on my eyes. We'll see once I come to do the puzzle, but I feel there's a nice good variety. They feel sturdy. Looking at the bag, doesn't look like there was really any puzzle dust. It's kind of painterly. I have a feeling this will be a bit tricky for me, but I'm not speed running it. I'm just puzzling it for fun. I won't time myself. And yeah, so far, I like the finish. I like the pieces. They feel nice. What's that word? That's going to drive me crazy. You know, I want to sit here for the next 10 minutes and figure it out. Not glossy. Not matte. Satin. Satin finish. Hallelujah. I hope that's what it is. I believe this feels like a slight satiny finish. So there you go. Well, this will be my puzzle for the next evening or two. I'm not sure how long it'll take. I think I might just do a full flip, pull out the border. Maybe I should sort by colors. I could definitely sort by colors. I think this is going to be difficult. I think this is actually going to take a lot of time because it's so painterly. Like, oh, definitely not my style of image. I was debating whether or not to ask some friends to help me do it, but I'm in no rush. We'll just puzzle for fun. I think the horse, you know, you get white pieces of the horse, but I think it'll be a bit trickier overall. But yeah, I think I'll do a full flip so I can see all the pieces, all the colors, probably start with the things that jump out, maybe her face, her hair, the horse's head, hopefully, you know, the dress. Yeah, we'll see. This one, by the way, is called Sunny Serene Bond. So enjoy the time lapse and we'll discuss Jigsaw and Delfy puzzles and their use of AI in their images. It had been a long time since I fully sorted a jigsaw puzzle before building, and I decided, you know what? Let's give it a go. And I'm so glad that I did. It really helped in building this jigsaw puzzle. So basically, I sorted out all the pinks, the pieces for the dress, and you'll see I'm actually, of course, building as I sort. I cannot put pieces together while sorting if I know they go together. But what are some of the piles here? The horse pieces, the reins were easy to pull out, some of the flowers. I have a pile of like blues, like more sky blues and darker blues, darker greens and dark green yellows, some bright yellows that were more like flowers and trees. The big tree is in the upper right-hand corner, the dark browns with some of the yellow because there's branches in it. There's some sky pieces as well as the bright yellow sky. The border pieces I pulled out, and there you can see I'm building the horses with the little, is it a cottage farm in the background? So I ended up with quite a few piles. But it was good. It was fun. I actually really enjoyed sorting because it was only 1,000 pieces. And it just made me sit there and relax. And maybe because I haven't sorted a puzzle in a long time, sorting was probably my least favorite of the things to do when it comes to puzzling. But I enjoyed this one. The pieces were very colorful and nice. So in the end, how many piles did I end up with? Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 piles with patches here and there assembled. And there was very little puzzle dust also, which was nice. So I enjoyed that. If you go to Jigsaw's website, under About Us, they have a web page dedicated to our images. Now, this is what they have written for the Delfy line. So it is clear that, yes, Delfy is a line of jigsaw puzzles from Jigsaw. This is going to be spoken in the first person, but it's from their website. So it's not from me, it's from them. For the Delfy line, we decided to adopt an innovative approach by partially integrating artificial intelligence into our image creation process. However, using AI doesn't mean the work stops there. Our expertise in digital art allows us to refine these initial creations and bring them to an optimal level of quality, perfectly suited for puzzles. The final result is an image that is both visually appealing and enjoyable to assemble. Many hours of meticulous work are added before presenting a final image. Remember that. It's important to note that there is always a human touch behind every creation. Artificial intelligence is a helpful tool, but the artistic vision and final decisions are made by humans. Now they go on to say, after conducting numerous unsuccessful searches through various image agencies, we realized it was becoming difficult to find visuals that matched our themes precisely. In response to this challenge, we chose to generate our own images with the help of AI and rigorous digital work, allowing us to offer an even wider range of styles and designs to our customers. Now, there was also a comment on that post where I presented the Delfy and the Yaz puzzle that someone was worried that Jacquaroo themselves, their brand of puzzles, was also using AI. So this is what they have specific to Jacquaroo puzzles. To meet the growing and diverse demand, we have decided to expand our offerings by incorporating digital images created using some AI images enhanced with meticulous graphic work to ensure optimal visual quality. To distinguish these works, we have grouped them into a new collection that we have named NOV IA, so capital NOV, capital IA. Now you might be wondering why it's IA instead of AI. So basically, Jacquaroo is a French-Canadian company, and in French, artificial intelligence is intelligence artificielle, so it makes sense, the words are reversed. So basically, Jacquaroo, if you buy one of their jigsaw puzzles under the Jacquaroo brand, and if it's from the NOV IA collection, it is a artificially intelligent image that has been enhanced. They go on to write, this way you will be able to easily differentiate them from our other images. So yes, Jacquaroo does offer puzzles with artist work on them, but their NOV IA collection has AI images, and the Delfy line is fully AI, but they do say that, again, I'll read here, there is always a human touch behind every creation, that many hours of meticulous work are added before presenting a final image. I am frustrated because I promise I would always be as honest as possible with you all. I make mistakes sometimes and I correct myself, but I would never lie. I flippin' loved the puzzle. I loved it, and I kind of wanted to be like, oh, this was crap and this was crap and this was crap. But no. Not only do I love the resealable bag, I love the box, the size, the feel, the shape. A bit of the image is covered, not much. I love the pieces. It has been a long time since I've done a cardboard jigsaw puzzle that had so many fun piece shapes and design, because even if there was like a 3-prong castle piece, there's some that are long and narrow, wide, and wonky donkey feet and wonky donkey prongs. It was so much fun. There's a bit of a satin finish to it, but it's not bad. I have my big ring light here, so when I come to post-processing, I'll see if it's shining too much. But really, I did this all yesterday, during the day and the evening. No difficulty on my eyes, just a slight sheen, a little satin finish. Not a lot of puzzle dust. And I really enjoyed the image. About 90% of the image, I'll say, because I was worried it would be too painterly, but it wasn't. The lines were kind of nice and clean. I was worried it might be blurry, not blurry at all. So my one issue, well, maybe two. One, I just wish, although on their website they do clearly talk about using AI art, I wish on the box itself it had to be designated, something more clear. When you're out shopping, you're not going to every single website to look up every product. I wish it would have had to be written on the box, generated using AI art. To be clear, I mean, like, I know food is a bit different because there's allergies and stuff, but products will say certified, you know, cruelty-free, or certified, like, rainforest, you know, nice, or you know what I mean. Like, products will put certifications on them. So I wish, you know, maybe some jigsaw puzzle brands will be like certified AI free. You know, like they might actually start designated that they're not using AI in their jigsaw puzzles. So what is my other issue, my main issue with this puzzle is that it said on their website that there's a human touch and they spend many hours meticulously refining the AI image to bring you, you know, an amazing image overall. And there's just a few things in this image though that I'm not convinced. Now, I'm not an artist, I know that, but one, I'll put some close-up photos. What is this in the sky? It looks like an afterthought. Is it supposed to be a bird, a plane? To me, it's just, it looks, bleh. And another, there's two things in the sky. Is that supposed to be a UFO? They just don't look like they belong, that they fit. That I think if I were a digital artist, and they say they have them in-house and they can refine these images, why would they not have removed those two blips? And made them, if they're supposed to be clouds, make them look more like clouds. So those two things stood out to me. Her dress. Now, a dress, it's supposed to be flowy. And there's just this one area of the dress that looks kind of too sharp. And there's a difference between having a style like cubism or something and everything is wonky donkey sharp edges. It just seemed like, I don't know, I think I would have smoothed that dress out. The big thing though that I can't get my head around are the horses. To me, that's a glaring issue. These horses do not work. I'm sorry, I know there's a potential the horse heads are bent down so you can't see them, but there's not enough legs, there's too many butts, they're blended together, the legs are wonky, the horses don't work for me. I think those horses, that needed to be fixed. I think that is a glaring, obvious, AI issue. And even the farmhouse, the building, whatever you want to call it behind it, the roof line is wonky donkey. There could have been some touching up there. So to me, there's a few little minor things, but the horses to me are big. I can't wrap my head around the horses. They don't appear logical to me whatsoever. They're confusing. Two issues. One is I would like to make it more clear on the product whether AI is used or not. That's me, because it's becoming more and more difficult to figure that out. Two, if they really are using humans and hours to refine these images, why did they not fix what I feel are obvious issues with this image? Overall though, I loved 90% of the image. I really did. I love the pieces. I love the fit. Oh, I love the shapes. I had so much fun. I love the resealable bag. I did. But then I have other questions, looking on their website, I think all their puzzles are priced at the same point, whether they're artist work or AI work. I thought there might be a difference in price, but no, I believe they're all priced the same. And then I looked up other images because I thought, well, what if it's just this one image that maybe hasn't been refined or retouched as much? And I believe it's called Whiskers on the Street. I'll put up an image of that one. You start looking at this image, at first glance, it's oh, it's cute, colorful illustration. And then I'm like, what's wrong with the clothing on the clothesline? And look at this roof and the window and the tiling. What's going on there? And then the fencing has hardware as if there should be a gate, but there's no gate. And how come there's a lot of hinges in odd places on the fencing? And you start looking at these things and the debris on the ground, it comes across as a bit sloppy. Sorry, I hope I didn't offend anyone with that word. It comes across a bit sloppy to me. So I don't know, what are your thoughts? Should products have to clearly display on the packaging whether AI was used, yes or no? Do you think they're actually putting as many human hours into refining the images as they say they are? And what does many mean? Is 2 hours many? Is 1 hour many? Was this even, more wonky donkey beforehand and they actually fixed up a lot? Like, I don't know the pre-refined image. So perhaps this, has had 10 hours of human work put into it. And this is the final result. I wish I was an artist, or maybe are there artists watching? To create an image like this, digital art or a painting or a drawing, how long would it take you? Would it take you 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks? Of course, it depends on the ability of the artist. Some are faster at working than others. I don't know. I have so many questions and I'm frustrated. I want to thank Lance from PuzzlesNZ for sending this to me. He also sent me that Yaz jigsaw puzzle. I do appreciate that he's trying to bring brands to New Zealand, one that we just cannot get our hands on. And I hope that it comes a day that it's just made glaringly obvious on the packaging if AI is used or not, and then it's up to the consumer whether or not they wish to purchase. I wanted to hate the puzzle. I didn't. I loved it. I loved so much about it. And now I'm frustrated because I would love to do more Delfy puzzles, but I know they're all AI created. So I don't want to do more Delfy puzzles. Oh, I am like really frustrated. Am I making too much of a big deal? And the thing is, AI is everywhere. And I'm not completely anti-AI. I just don't feel it needs to be in the arts. It doesn't need to be in the music industry, the movie industry, acting, poetry, painting. Like, I just don't feel it needs to be in the arts. It has a place. Medicine, transportation, forestry, science, Yeah, I get it. What do you think? What do you think? Leave your comments below. I'm frustrated because I really love the piece cut. Like, I really did. So I'm frustrated. Because I would love to do more Delfy puzzles. And I want to support Lance, and I'd want to buy more Delfy puzzles from Lance. But now I don't want to buy Delfy puzzles because they have AI art in them. Oh, I don't know what to do. But it is nice that at least on their website, they're fully transparent and clear of what they do. I'm still not convinced how many hours are put in to refine this image. Like, what did the horses look like beforehand then? And Jacquarou have, works with artist images, but the Nove IA collection is AI and then refined as well. Poop. I don't know. I don't know anymore, people. I don't know. It's probably going to come a day where I myself won't be able to tell what's AI, what's not AI. And I'll be buying and showing you puzzles that are AI, and we won't be any the wiser because we won't know. We just won't know. It's going to get to that point. And I'm just one person, and if you can't beat them, join them, but I'm gonna resist for as long as I can. I'll try anyway. Oh, Delfy, you're kind of breaking my heart. Oh, you're breaking my heart a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you being here. I hope you enjoy my videos. If you do, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. It really does help. I hate having to say that in the videos. It sounds too self-promoting, but it's what you gotta do. It's what you gotta do. And is this what puzzle brands need to do in order to survive? Big question. Ooh, big debate. If you've stayed this long to watch, do you think there's too many jigsaw puzzle companies and brands? That the market is just getting saturated and people are not selling as many as they hoped or wish or want or need to stay in business? So they're reverting to AI art because it's, I'm assuming, cheaper, faster. Then why do they sell the puzzles at the same price as their other puzzles? Because if it was that maybe it's more the images. Oh, too many questions. Too many questions. Are there too many jigsaw puzzle brands? And maybe it's the same thing in other markets where there's just too many. And so some of them are just not going to survive. Like, let's say the makeup industry, beauty industry. I saw a video about false lashes recently. Are there too many brands of false lashes? And so eventually some of them are just not going to make it. Are there too many jigsaw puzzle brands? Oh goodness. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I can just keep going on and on and on. Oh, until next time. Ciao. Kia ora,